What's up, family? My name is Erin McCluskey. I'm an executive coach. I work with leaders on redefining their individual definitions of success, both personally and professionally. We also work together on connecting wellness and performance, as well as learning how to prioritize self-care in the workforce. So thanks for being here today. This is Mini-bytes session 66. And today the topic is meander. And before I dive into today's topic, I just want to take a moment, small shameless plug here. I will be running the online certification class this fall, Redefining Success, a course in mindset and performance. Yes, I'm really excited about this class. You've got about, I think, 10 days to register at a discounted rate, and then after August 30th, the full rate is in effect. So go to www.erinjewellcoaching.com. That's www.erinjewellcoaching.com to either request a syllabus and or you can go ahead and register using the link on my website. And feel free, as always, to contact me with any questions that you have. Okay, so today's session 66, Mini-bytes session 66, meander. So if you don't know what the word meander means, the first time I learned what this word means was during my days as a medical device sales rep. And I heard from a very good friend of mine who is a surgeon. He taught me the term meandering vessel, and it's sort of a vessel in the body that just kind of meanders, and it kind of goes in sort of nondescript ways through the body, and how we have these meandering vessels. And not to go too far into an explanation of vasculature, the word meandering as it applies to our lives, what does that really look like? And in my own personal journey, I have definitely meandered, and I have definitely looked at my meandering ways over the course of this life experience as good and bad, depending on the season and depending on the outcome of my meandering. And what I've come to realize with all of this meandering, I often find myself reflecting on, is meandering a good thing or is it a bad thing? Like, Erin, why can't you just stay on the straight and narrow? Why can't you just stay straight, do what you're told, follow the path, and not sort of meander and try these other things? These are the conversations I've had with myself over time, and probably before I was having them with myself, perhaps some other figures in my life were having them with me, like my loving parents. Erin, why are you just go this way, don't go that way, just stay focused, right? So that being said, you start to think that meandering is sort of a bad thing. And I started to develop over time this idea that I was bad for trying things differently or going off in different paths. And most recently, how this has been showing up in my experience is around the choices I've made with my career. So I was on this career path that was a really wonderful career path. I learned a ton. I gained so much from it. And then at a certain point, I really wanted to start my own company. I got my MBA, and that's, I think, what really fueled the fire and inspired me to eventually leave the corporate sector in 2015 to start and co-found a healthcare startup. And so I did that, and that ran for 3.5 years, and it was one of the most amazing, incredible experiences of my lifetime. I'm grateful to say I've had a lot of incredible experiences during my lifetime. That definitely takes one of the top spots. What I learned as a CEO and a co-founder, co-creating the actual content and the services, canvassing clients, managing all of the business functions. I mean, it was a crash course that I was not totally unprepared for because of my background in the corporate sector and because of my previous education. However, some people would look at my choice to leave the corporate sector to start my own company as sort of like meandering. Like, well, what was she doing? Why didn't she just stick with what she had going on? She had such a great job and she had such a great thing going. And the truth is I did. It was very difficult for me to step away, to start my own company, to step into a sea of uncertainty. And at the same, it took me 2.5 years actually to do it. From the moment I had the idea to really share what I was learning with others in a more formal way, to actually executing on that idea and operationalizing that concept. It was about 2.5 years. And then during the 3.5 years when I ran the company as a co-founder, I mean, just so much growth and evolution that took place. So coming back to the word meander and why I'm suggesting that meandering is a good thing, as someone who's now on her second business, I've closed the doors on the healthcare startup. I opened the doors on a personal coaching practice, as those of you who I've worked with know. I have to say that my meandering ways have served me in ways that following a straight path would not serve me. There's a lot of different ways to talk about this. We can talk about it as being risk-taking versus risk-averse. We can talk about this in so many ways. But I bring this up today in particular because I'm recently working with clients who are looking to re-enter the workforce. And they're struggling, they're having trouble. There are now companies that are having these transitioning back into the workforce programs where they trial individuals to see if they can make the cut in coming back to the workforce. And I just want to share this. Individuals who leave the workforce to meander, whether that's to co-found a healthcare startup, in my case, or perhaps it's to have children, or perhaps it's to pursue a formal education in naturopathic, becoming a naturopathic doctor, or perhaps it is a sabbatical to do research on biological medicine, or perhaps it's to become a caregiver. Whatever the reason being, meandering is precisely what teaches us to tap into our truest potential and to live our highest and best life. So if you come across somebody who's meandering in their lives today, thank them for their bravery and for their courage, and ask them for guidance on how you can meander even more in your life. I love you all. Until next time.